let's talk about what's going on with Warner Brothers. There's a really bad situation going on there at Warner Brothers, man. It seems like they just can't. They can't win. Warner Brothers Discovery is being sued for lying about their HBO Max subscriber numbers. So before the merger went down, they were kind of lying about, it's assumed that they lied about how many subscribers they had. Allegedly, they were counting people who were subscribed to HBO through cable and the HBO Go as well, I believe. And even though those were like joined as one and the same, as well as HBO Max. Perfect. So Warner Brothers Discovery is in hot water for allegedly fabricating subscriber numbers ahead of the shareholder meeting. According to a report from The Wrap, a lawsuit filed on behalf of Collinsville Police Benson Board, a shareholder of Warner Brothers Discovery, was filed alleging that the streamer exaggerated HBO Max subscribers numbers by approximately 10 million accounts. According to the lawsuit, Warner Media falsified the subscriber number by including subscribers AT&T customers who had received bundle access to HBO Max but had not signed on to the service. It also states that hundreds of thousands of people could join the lawsuit due to the large number of Warner Brothers Discovery shares that exist. Oh, that's tough. The lawsuit comes on the heels of Warner Brothers Discovery in the thick major financial struggles after August earnings call revealed that it fell $2 billion short of Wall Street estimates. The stock plummeted as a result of that, and the stock is still low. And just because that stock has been low, a lot of rumors have been circulating that Warner Brothers Discovery in the year 2024 may be up for sale. And when share prices are low, that's a really great time for a bigger company and to buy a powerful company on a budget. Just before the call, Warner Brothers Discovery canceled Batgirl. That was a very
dumbass move.
That was a very bold decision. We
move.
could talk about that. Kai definitely
Very
doesn't like that
move.
idea.
Very dumbass move. The shit was already fucking done.
Yeah.
Why would you cancel it? What is the fucking point? You really did that because you wanted the fucking tax write-off.
So here's the thing about Batgirl. I heard from many people, Kai, that it was a terrible movie. It was terrible.
I get that. I get it.
The reviews, the critics, the people that saw it, they said, God, it's god awful. Shelve this. Plus, by canceling that $90 million thing, they was able to save like over $100 million, $200 million in taxes. But you think it was a terrible idea because it was a finished thing.
It was a
Michael
finished
Keaton's
thing.
Batman is in there.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
Michael Keaton wasn't really doing a lot in that.
They probably wouldn't have gotten most of the money back, but they would have got a good chunk because Michael Keaton. That's the only
Do you think that they should have released it though, even though it was freaking not good? I don't think that I think it was a good idea. I'm glad they did it.
I think they should have.
I'm not happy that people lost their, people who, the Batgirl actress who put her stuff up, the directors who did who did Bad Boys 3. Mm-hmm. Their work is not going to be realized. They worked on it, and now no people are not going to be able to see it.
I think it's not. But even if Batgirl was bad, but the other shit that happened after that. My thing is, I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with them taking shows off or only taking or canceling shows just so they don't play residuals to the animators, and so they take the animation off in general. That shit's stupid.
I feel like
though I know for a fact that sorry man, go ahead.
I feel like they should have kept it. I mean, even though like it did bad, and they say because I feel like this. There's certain shit that people say that shit is bad, and then the next people see it and they see that it's good. There's so many movies and so many things that they have like.
What does that mean though? Are you saying that Batgirl's probably good?
He's saying that there will be a group of people who are going to like it, and they might overweight the people who don't like it. And if anything, it can't be worse than the fucking Flash movie. It can't be worse than that.
I think it's way worse.
The Flash movie is already gonna have a bunch of people not liking it once they see it.
The Flashpoint movie has been tested multiple times, and audiences said to have loved it.
I don't know about that.
The Flash movie is getting good test screenings. Batgirl, not so. So I mean, listen, bro,
a lot of people it is what it is. Like, even though the Flash movie, when it does drop, the whole shit with Ezra Miller is all this backlash is gonna hit about that. People.
But what kills me though is that Batgirl thing hit us. Then the situation with coming out of the Snyder stuff, that debacle hit us. And then comes the firings, the mass firings and layoffs. That hit us. And when I say us, I'm talking about me, a DC fan, Warner Brothers. I just want these movies to come out. And then when they finally seem to get past that, the Ezra Miller situation comes and hits us smack for like 3 straight months. It's like Ezra Miller just won't stop. And then they finally put a muzzle on Ezra. Then some more Ezra news came out.
Right.
And then we get to the point where they're talking about the company being for sale. But he came out. Zaslav said, absolutely not for sale. He says they are not for sale.
You're the main one fucking it up, but yeah, sure.
He told employees that we are not for sale, absolutely not for sale, during a company call on Wednesday. So obviously, even if they were for sale, Zaslav is going to lie and say they're not for sale.
Keep it under the wraps.
You gotta keep that quiet.
Yeah.
But it would be so silly for what all this Warner Brothers Discovery to do all this buying, firing, selling, shaving off, scrapping movies to just go and sell itself. I really don't think that Warner Brothers Discovery is going to be sold. That's why they bought Warner Brothers. They haven't even attempted to get their stuff off the ground yet. So I don't think that they are going to be sold. That's my personal opinion and belief. But these HBO Max subscriber numbers, this latest thing, if they are proven that they cooked their books and lied about their subscriber numbers prior to a merger, basically artificially inflating their share price, which means this company sold for probably millions and millions of dollars more than they would have had they reported their actual subscriber numbers. This is bad. This is
very bad.
Very, very bad.
Yeah.
This is no good. No good.
No good. No good.
This doesn't make, and it makes me feel bad as a DC fan. Like, dog, when are we going to get past this dark cloud curse that seems to be surrounding DC, Warner Brothers? And the thing is, Warner Brothers is a whore. Everybody's taking a piece of her. Yeah. Warner Brothers has no power because they're a subsidiary.
Yeah.
The big company keeps selling. AT&T comes in, buys the big company.
Yeah.
AT&T sells it off.
Yeah.
Discovery comes and buys the big company.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers has to follow wherever they go. It's not Warner Brothers' fault. And I want people to understand Warner Brothers is just following suit, doing what they have to do. Marvel, on the other hand, they're very much more stable ground when it comes to their financial and their administrative levels of the company. But one of the major things is that DC is tied to Warner Brothers. Marvel has their own studio. Yes. Marvel Studios. That's the big difference here, ladies and gentlemen. There is no DC Studios. They talked about making DC have their own studios, but until they make that an actual entity, an actual company, we will continue to be a slave to whatever the parent company does, and that is not a secure future for people who are investing, whether it be monetarily or rather it be consuming as consumers this DC content. I gotta admit, this is a heavy blow that is hard for me to swallow. What do you feel about that, Ian?
I mean, it's wild just to even hear that they even, have to go through these type of problems. I mean, it trips me.
Oh, was that?
That is your man.
You gonna finish the topic?
You got him out of here quick.
You got him quick.
It tripped me out. It tripped me out to even hear, about this, about Warner Brothers. I mean, the biggest thing about hearing about this about Warner Brothers, it has a lot to do with the first time we heard about it was Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller was the main one that we heard about.
Please don't blame Ezra Miller for this, bro. He's a problem, but he's not the blame. This is administrative.
It was Ezra, and then it was Snyder, and then it was all this other bullshit. We didn't hear none of this bullshit until these fools start coming around. It was the issues with AT&T a long time ago, just like it was issues with back in the day when it was Time Warner. And it's just wild to me that every time we turn around, we always got some type of problems. I feel like that.
Shout out to Ward to the building. Shout out to my dog, Sad. Welcome, bro.
What's up, man?
What up? What up?
What up?
Special guest Kai in the building.
Yes. As you settle in, bro, Kai gonna usher out. I want to get Kai's opinion. Kai, before you dip out, bro, thank you for being here, by the way, man. Show your sexy face more often. How do you feel about the situation, bro? Do you feel where's your confidence in DC right now after all this stuff?
Down the fucking gutter. It's almost down in the pits of hell in Satan's asshole. I'm so fucking pissed. Like because I thought HBO Max. So I thought it was a good subscription service. Like, it had all the good shit, all the stuff from childhood, it had all my favorite cartoons, yada yada. I thought it was good. So to hear that their numbers were fake, that's fucked.
That's
fucked.
crazy, bro.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I thought they were good. That's why I was so headstrong to I think that Slaw's decisions of canceling shit was stupid because I thought they'd just make it back because because people like the HBO shit. But I guess I was fucking wrong. But at least that's just me. But when it comes to DC stuff, I don't understand why it's so fucking hard. I don't get.
It's tough. I don't understand. It's like a curse.
They don't have any structure. Let's keep that a buck. It's a lot about the structure, bro, and the structure is bad over there. The structure, there's no type of substance. There's nothing going on right there, and they need to fix that.
Like my thing is too. They canceled all these good anime. I heard they canceled a lot of new Batman movies. Batman animated movies make buck. They do. I know for a fact. Those just.
I mean, all the DC animated movies do pretty well.
Yeah, and the thing is, they canceled some of them for the tax write-off shit, which pissed me off because it's weird. But the Warner Bros. Having no structure, yeah, now you point out, I do agree. It's because DC does not have their own fucking studio. I have no god awful clue why they don't. Like, fuck having their own Kevin Feige. They needed a studio so they can not be a part of Warner Bros. Every other fucking time. That's just.
I mean, even if they had their studio, they still have somebody. Just like Disney have, like, Marvel has their own studios, but Marvel still answers to Disney. So there are things that Marvel want to do that Disney won't allow.
That's fine. I'll gladly take that.
You know what I mean? They're still the same. So even if DC had their own studios, they're still, if there was AT&T or Warner Brothers Discovery, they still will stop DC from doing certain movies. Well, maybe not as much as they would do Marvel, but they still have a boss that they still have to listen to. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got it. I got it. My homie asked me this question one time. My friend asked me that would you be okay if Marvel and DC switch places? Like, basically, how Marvel is and how it is now, and how DC is now, they would switch places. So Marvel would be in the shit possible, and DC would be the in a way. And I told him I'll take that shit I'll take that in a heartbeat.
DC could go places that Marvel can't go. It's just that it has to take the right person to put them there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's why exactly what I said with this whole DC